Hola, you're not tuned in to another episode of the Band Bros Podcast. You have myself here, Marcane, Marcus, whatever you want to refer to me as is acceptable. We have the episode.
Oh my god.
6.
Wait, you gonna skip over me?
Representing the 6. Representing the 6 on March 6th. Raekwon. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, don't give on my government
Not
name.
the government. Not
This
the,
man giving
not,
on my government
not
name.
the Henderson.
So now everybody gonna look me up. Gonna say Raekwon.
Look him up. Look him
no,
up.
nah,
D.
that's
Henderson.
getting
You know
blurped
what I'm
out.
saying? Ray Henderson.
That's gonna get blurped out.
Hennessy. He ain't even sipping on
Just
no
just
Hennessy.
Ray. Just Ray. R-A-E.
Man, we got the
Don't lie.
illustrious guest here. He ain't even really a guest. He a member, solidified in the game. Omari Amir
small.
Chapman. You
Wow.
feel me?
Why did I
Omari
get a middle
Amir
name?
Chapman.
Wow.
I'll let my
small.
son real quick. Son, say something to the people.
What's up, y'all? Missed a few episodes. I'm here right now. Your boy out of state. Had to come down and visit my boy on his birthday.
You
Representing.
fuck- on my
Representing.
birthday.
So we letting Raekwon run point this episode. This is birthday. Turn on one time for the birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh my god.
to
This, you got some courage in you, don't you?
Put the horns in.
Oh my god. This man got this dude got the courage in him. He got the courage in him. Alright, man. Alright. I hope everybody having a nice day. Yes, it is my birthday. 24. Yours is coming up. When is your birthday?
August. It's
I don't-
coming up. It's coming up.
I really don't know.
We getting there.
But look though, you can't blame me because everybody's birthday falls back to back. Because I know next month is Jeffrey's,
Yeah.
then it's DeAndre's, and then your ass want
the
to skip
way
a
in
month
August.
and then be in
I
August.
don't know what to tell y'all.
Mess the game up.
Exactly, messed the whole game up. But now you can explain yourself though, because it's the thing that Marcus came up called Origins about how all 6 of us came together. In the last episode, me and Marcus explained all the way up. Was it middle school?
Yeah.
I think it was all the way up to middle school. About how we all got together. So, sir, you can start however you want to start. Because I started all the way. I think it was 2nd grade. Yeah, I think I started in 2nd grade, and then he started when he was doing ballet. And his Spanish that he called himself.
Watch yourself.
And that's Spanish.
Multicultural.
Heck,
Oh
nah.
boy.
El Marco.
Yeah, you and Bryson and Jeffrey went way back. I think I first met y'all probably 3rd grade earliest. Probably 5th grade. Was you was in Dorston?
Yes, in 5th grade, yes.
Yeah, you and Bryson was in Dorston. Jeffrey was in Evans. I was in Let. So I don't know, we probably met at lunch, but it was something with Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know. I don't even remember the exact thing that happened, but it was Yu-Gi-Oh. That's all I know.
See, like I said last time, drugs. Don't do drugs. It's the drugs, man. You don't even do drugs. You don't even drink. It's the drugs, man. That's fucked up, man. But continue.
Yeah, we just continue hanging out. We eventually, I don't even know if we went to the tournament before we met Marcus. We probably went to tournaments after we met Marcus, but Marcus came in, what was that, 6?
7th.
7?
Yep.
Yeah. I just remember you a lot in Miss B. Johnson class.
Heck yeah.
It was hilarious.
Oh man, the thong.
Bro,
This man was a
The
stalker.
butterfly tattoo.
This man was Joe. And the BBN.
And now she married to a white man on Facebook. I was
That's
sick.
wild.
Sick.
That is wild, bro. That's wild.
Shout out to the white man out there, though. Shout out that man.
Holding it down.
For real. Yeah, Black History Month over, so you know.
We gonna get sued on this podcast, bro. For real.
Enough of the Black King memes.
Oh my god, bro.
But yeah, we eventually started going to tournaments. Started going skateboarding. That one birthday at my house, that's one of the things I remember the most. It should have been everybody there. Yeah, everybody was there. Somebody called the police on us, but you know.
What the fuck? Wait a minute. Was this in 4th, 3rd grade?
7th or 8th.
Yeah, one of them.
This man just skipped grades.
Yeah.
Cause like in mine, I don't know if you remember. You remember you bring it always up though. In mine, though, I talk about how I was stealing your cards.
Oh my god.
I
I put that in the back of my mind. I don't even like to remember that. Okay.
Cause I wanted to know, like, I honestly do want to know though. Did you ever get your cards back and was like, something's wrong here?
Listen, so at the time I did not realize it, but like I don't know, probably 2-3 years later, when I looked at one of my cards, and it was obviously like a fake Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'm like, what was I
Your
thinking?
edge, man.
Oh my gosh.
Beauty supply John.
Dog, wasn't even the right type of paper, not the same image, not the right name. I'm like, huh? Who gave me this? Turns out it was Raekwon.
Oh my god.
Just finessing kids back. The original finesser.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't know,
Finessing friends though. That's the crazy part.
be your own man.
We wasn't friends at the time, bro.
No.
Nah, bro, we wasn't friends, bro. You wasn't part of the crew. Oh man. But so like, it got so that was like that great. What made you join band? Because I joined band because ism. I'm saying.
I'm dead.
He be using code names. He don't be saying that shit.
Because I'm not trying to get sued like y'all two.
Yeah, she's a baby now, so
Oh, but this man, dog.
that could be anybody.
Oh my god.
Every time I look up, somebody is pregnant, bro. That's
What the
wild
fuck,
part,
bro?
Every time you look up, you just check the book. Another pregnancy. Another one. You know these.
Another one.
Another one. As
Another
long as it ain't
one.
mine, I'm cool. I'm Gucci.
So your ass come up. Oh, we already know about arms, my god. It's gonna come up eventually.
Watch your mouth.
Yours is the worst, number one. But back to what I was
How's
saying.
what the worst? What is the worst?
Back to what I was saying.
No. What is the worst? What is the worst? Which
Your
one?
nickname.
Nah, bro. Look. You know what I meant by arms, Omari.
This man said, y'all. Okay.
No.
I'll probably join band because of drum line, honestly. Because I wanted to be in percussion. Everybody wanted to be in percussion. It just wasn't enough spots.
Okay.
So I
Or
think
still.
Miss Schultz, you remember Miss Schultz? Raekwon?
Yeah.
That had to be 5th grade. She just gave me the trumpet mouthpiece, and I was like, all right. I want to be in band, percussion, but all right. I just kept going
blow
with
this.
it.
Here you go, blow this.
Ain't no drumstick, but
Oh my god.
I just kept going. I don't know why I kept going. I think I started liking it eventually, but I don't know. It
Man,
wasn't
you didn't
my
like it at the
favorite
beginning?
thing. I mean, I was bad, so no. Like,
Bruh.
unless I was cold in the beginning, I definitely didn't love it.
Damn. So when did you meet Marcus and DeAndre? Because that's like your 3-piece puzzle right there, y'all group.
It had to be Mr. B. Johnson cause I just remember him always in Mr. B. Johnson class. I don't know.
He wasn't even learning nothing. He was just
real.
in there just like, oh, hey, Miss B.
I was learning a lot.
Heck, no.
Might not have been English.
What was you think?
I was learning a lot about
Listen,
anatomy. You know, she might have
bro.
been, yeah, that's what I was learning.
Oh my god, bro.
But Dre, I don't even
He came
know.
in the end of 7th grade. That's the thing. He ain't come to like May. It was kind of crazy. He came like all the way at the end of the year. Because remember, he came in there with them 80s glasses
Dog.
on. Yeah.
Thick boys.
Yes, sir.
2 inches thick.
Yes, sir. The bifocals.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
That is crazy. But then I also heard that, didn't you like portray some friends that you was like with before? Like, cause then like,
Who?
it was something I think,
Me?
yes, you. Cause you was with a crew before you came with us. though.
Oh yeah, I was with Burnett and Devontae and DeJuan.
And then when they mad at you, cause then you
Devontae
started-
was mad at me because of Lauren. That was the whole thing.
Okay.
But we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, right.
Not
Wow.
yet. That's not yet. Not yet. See, that's on the Ghost
He was writing
podcast.
tracks and everything.
Thank you. Damn, the time where I did write a track about that.
The play on SoundCloud, I remember now. What was that called?
Oh, my God.
What was that song called?
He had the
Susan
Ben,
Glenn.
yeah.
Oh,
He had the
boy.
Ben 10 logo in the.
No, that was called Echo. That was a different song.
He had multiple songs. That's
It wasn't
crazy.
about her. Oh my god. I only got one song.
bro.
Oh my god, bro. That's
Well, me and Mike was cool. He was just, that's always how Mike was. Yeah, I think he was a little bit messed up with me since I started hanging out with y'all, but we was always cool. And same thing with DeJuan. I think we just started hanging out with different groups a little bit, but yeah, it went from them to y'all.
then you joined Koski. Yeah, that's what's up.
Koski Kid O. I mean,
It's a trash name.
what? That is a cold name. Get out of here. Yes.
Oh my
His
god.
name trash too. The phenomenal art.
That shit's amazing. The phenomenal art. You know what was Kush Money?
No, first of all, it was Cash Money 301.
You ain't get no goddamn cash money.
Tell him why it was 301.
Exactly.
It was 303. It wasn't 313 because I didn't want nobody to know where I was located. Just in case they might try to roll up on me. I didn't want nobody to know what city I
So
was
the
in.
whole city of Detroit, they just gonna find this man.
Looking for me. They're checking for the cash money. I had to make sure ain't nobody looking for me. You know, low profile. It wasn't about that life.
Oh,
Phenomenal
my
R, a Koski kiddo.
So we used to be talking crazy on the MW2.
Oh, real crazy. Real crazy.
This man died. Oh man. All right. So since it is my birthday, I don't really celebrate birthdays. I don't know about everybody that's listening to this though. I don't celebrate birthdays. The main reason why, because of the fact that it's gonna be a real dark transition. But the reason why I don't celebrate birthdays is because of the fact that I don't really see the point of celebrating something where you haven't really done that much. Like you gotta understand something to whereas in you ain't the only person celebrating your birthday. You got rapists, you got killers, you got lazy people that celebrate their birthdays as well. I never understood why people that complain like, oh man, I'm low or I can't do this, but yet this one time a year you go all out and the day after, the hours after, you sit up here and be like, damn, I'm broke, I can't do nothing. Whereas on that day you can continue to go to work. You got people that will call off, like Walmart. They'll call off and be like, oh, it's my birthday. I'm like, what the fuck you calling off for? Like, you get paid.
I did that.
It doesn't make, what the why? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, call off or they would, like, sit up here and just forget the responsibilities of this one time. And I just don't, I understand it, should I say? I just don't believe in it. So what do y'all think about it? Like, do y'all celebrate y'all birthdays?
For sure.
What?
I take a trip every year for my birthday.
Why?
It's a celebration of life. I don't know if I'm gonna get another year. You don't know when your time is, so I'm gonna live it up while I have the opportunity to. Like you said, you could be broke the next day, or you could be dead the next day. You really don't know. It's just like I want to celebrate the accomplishment of me. That's my favorite holiday. It's my birthday. I want to celebrate that day. I want to enjoy myself. And I just want to hopefully get another one.
That sounds very vanity of you.
It is. It's the day that I was born.
Exactly.
That's all it's
Because that's
about.
your favorite holiday? It's a holiday too?
It's a holiday.
Oh my
I
God.
thank
man.
MLK every day because I get an extra day off for free that he took care of for me. So it's me and MLK celebrating.
This man, dog.
Me MLK, I'm MLC. So that's
No,
why we got
that's
one and two
not-
together. That's celebration.
No, this man got 50 million names, bro.
I can't just sit around and be like, man, cool. I'm gonna go to work. I may work some birthdays, but that weekend I must be on vacation. I got to go somewhere. I can't just be sitting
But
around.
why don't you stack your money up? Get, actually invest, do what you do like you normally do.
Yeah.
And then when you actually suitable, I'm not saying when you're rich, but when you find like you're comfortable at a spot, then you can probably vacate more you can than just one day.
I might never see that day. You know how many people die young? Seriously.
Yeah.
You
RP
don't
my
know,
man
yeah.
Mac.
That's all I'm saying, yeah.
That's
don't know
true.
when.
But then at the same time, my bad, Omar. So what about you? I'm used to me and him. I'm used to this chemistry here. So
I mean, I'm kind of with you, Raekwon. I don't really see a point in celebrating it. So yeah, I don't really celebrate my birthday, but I don't know. I just honestly don't really care. I could do something because people usually want me to do something. I have to do something, but
exactly.
if I can just, but I would still take off though. I'm not about to work on my birthday.
Oh my God,
I guess
bro.
it's a difference between like doing nothing and then like going clubbing and doing all this stuff for the whole weekend. But if I can just sit at home and chill and not work, then that's good. But I'm definitely not going to work.
What? Why? Why would you go? Why not go to work? You're getting paid for it. You're getting paid on your birthday. So you're getting money on your birthday.
It's this thing called paid time off, PTO.
Oh my God! Not every job got that. Your
Okay,
job
when
got
I
that.
was working like all my other jobs, maybe, but I actually like my job now, so I might not take it off. So like, if you don't like your job, you do not want to be at work when it's your birthday.
I understand that.
I love my job and I still want to be off.
You're a different breed.
Oh my God, bro. But I can't. I just don't. I just don't believe in it. Like I understand, why people, take, like you said, life you don't know. But that's like any day though. Any day you can die from the coronavirus. You can die on your birthday from the coronavirus.
Right.
So it makes.
So would you rather be at work or living it up on a vacation? Where you want to be at?
I would rather be at work. I would actually rather be at work,
That's wild.
knowing that I'm actually getting my money.
Niggas want to die.
Oh my God,
on the
bro.
clock, bro. On the clock.
I'd rather be getting my money,
Crazy.
knowing that I'm getting my
Right.
life together, than send up on a cruise and worry about damn. Even though in this moment I'm happy as fuck, But after this done, you can't keep living it.
He gonna get up to the pearly gates guy and be like, so nigga, you was working on your birthday.
Hey, yeah.
You
He will
gonna
give you
get
10
into
points.
heaven. Like, all right, start working. Like, get to work. Like, damn.
Need you to build me a whole nother house. a whole
bro.
new heaven.
Thank you, yeah, bro. I'll be king of that shit. Like, but that's also going to vacations too. I don't really do vacations, but Walmart is different though. Walmart, if you want to take a vacation, they give you $2,000. Like, bruh, if you take no time off, whatever, you go to work, they give you $2,000 at the beginning of the year. So I can't say that for the jobs.
You would have got that back in PTO.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm in the middle with that too. I mean, cause I'm going on a cruise next year, but I'm probably going to like a few family reunions this year. But I'm not like, oh, let me go on a vacation. I can chill, but I do sometimes need it. But it's like people who go on vacation like every time you look at somebody, you know what I'm saying? You get on the internet,
MLC, whatever the
taking
heck.
flights, you know what I'm saying?
Mark.
Flights is cheap right now because of the coronavirus.
This
Go ahead
man
and book
done.
y'all some flights, book a cruise,
Oh
do what
my
you gotta
God.
do.
Nah,
Don't listen to what they talking about. Yeah, they want y'all to die at work. Remember?
Nah, bro, don't. No, do not go out there. So another subject. Again, damn, because these subjects don't really connect together. Excuse me, though, it's my birthday, so I get to do what I want. Change. What the hell did that say?
Man, can't
here
read
we
his
go.
own writing.
Look, I was just pointing. You're the one late, sir. All right, you're the one late to all of this. All right, look, all the people
I
listening
was
to this.
celebrating his birthday for him. He wasn't ready.
This man here. This man. So change in relationships. What I'm saying here, or what I'm trying to say here, is it okay to be with someone and say they don't really necessarily meet your standards? They probably they have to, of course, meet something, right? Maybe looks or whatever, right? And they say or do something that you don't like. Should you stay with them if they change? Like, if you sit up here and ask, like, for instance, me personally, I like someone to be in health. I did this shit again, in healthy or in shape, whatever, right? If they're not, I'll recommend it to them. If they sit up here and say they're not gonna do it, I'd rather pass. Because personally, I'd rather accept you as a person than sitting up here and having you change. I'd rather accept who you actually are. But at the same time, though, I do understand there's other relationships out there where it's like, hey, can you do this? Or can you do like simple little things? And I'm not saying I would drop anything that I change, or same thing with me if they ask me to change. So I'm not just gonna drop them instantly if they're not 100% them or whatever. But like, would you like offer a change? Would you even look at someone if they don't meet your standards and everything? Like, well, I'll start with Omari because
I'm gonna go last. No,
what?
I got a lot to say about that.
Okay, and then Mark is there, man,
So
or
like-
Marco, whatever you have to call.
Okay, so it's
Mark.
like checking off boxes here.
Oh my
Is that
God.
what's going on? Because like, how many of your standards do you want them to meet? What is your full list? Like, what are you looking for?
Is that rhetorical?
That's a question for you. So
Oh.
what's on your list of boxes that you want to check?
Shit,
Can
the
they
way I
check
said,
50%? Can he need to check 80, 100%? What all you want?
with me personally, well, ideally is 100. But me personally, I always say is like how supposedly women look for the same thing in a man. That's why I look in a woman. So they gotta have a car, a job, passion, in shape, dedicated, have some type of communication skills, stuff like that. And everything else is kind of hard to explain. Everything else is like personality wise. But those little things, like, and it's also equal to me because right now, of course, I'm not living by myself. But like, I'll be okay if they're not because I'm not. So like, I ask them of something that I can also do. So if I don't have a car, then I won't be saying, oh, you need to have a car as well. That's stupid. So how much they gotta hit, that depends on the other stuff that I can't really just say because it's personality. It would be how good their personality is, or maybe even how good they look, but it'd be most of their personality. But yeah, I can't really say how much because, like I said, it's most of that personality part, which plays a big chunk. Because I might pass some things. You might not have a car, or you might not live in by yourself, but you have enough passion to be an engineer that you want to be, or you want to be a doctor. That to me would then overlook the other things as okay, maybe she's not in shape, but that should help. But if she don't sit up here and take that in consideration later on, I'm probably going to drop her. Because then, like I told you before, I don't know that's on a Ghost podcast or not, but it goes back to that I want to have a daughter. So it reflects on her to whereas if I have a daughter with this person and you're not in shape, then that baby's gonna end up being unhealthy. And I don't want to put that person at risk because that I sit up here and married or got this person pregnant, and now I'm already having them at a bad start. So that would be my answer to you, sir.
Okay. I agree with, okay, you having a type, maybe some things you want to check off, but the other part is sometimes things just happen. I don't have a specific type. I don't look for a specific
I don't
type.
got no
It
type.
may be, certain qualities, but it's not a type that I think women look for type. I don't think men do at all. I think it's a consistency. As a group, we can come together and say, the three of us can say, she looks good, she doesn't. We may agree on that.
Yeah.
Women have it totally different. They have a certain type that they're looking for. And if we hit them with that same type, then we get hit like, oh, you only like light-skinned women. Oh, you only like dark-skinned women. That's wrong of us, but they can create a type. That's all I'm saying about that whole scenario.
I don't know
how I
about
feel
that.
about the situation.
I think dudes do have a type.
I don't.
Like, no, like, in the general sense, like, I think, of course, in the general, like, every single dude in the world, no, we don't have a type because, like, we all like different things. Porn is the definition, like, the porn is the proof of that. But, like you said, with three of us, if a girl comes in right now, if we got, like, 10 different ones, it would probably go into a type and everything. But I don't agree with you with that one because I doubt that you would just take a homeless person off the street.
I never said a homeless person. I just said I don't have a type. If I think you look pretty, that don't even. It's women that I think look pretty, beautiful, all that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't date. Them two different things.
But that's a type, though. Because, like, you just said they're pretty and beautiful, but you wouldn't date them.
Yeah.
Why would you want to date them?
Because I'm not looking just for. You can get boxed anywhere. Like, seriously, that's all it is. I'm like, so whatever qualities you're looking for, if you're looking for a relationship to build with,
Yeah.
depends on what your mind state is. I may be looking to fuck, so I may not be looking for all that. So if I'm looking for a relationship, and I'll be like, okay, cool. I want to have, like you said, the bang,
Yeah.
the boom, the bang. You gotta meet me on my level.
Yeah.
At least meet me on my level. If you ain't
Exactly.
on my level, then I'm kind of downgrading to deal with you, and that's maybe not
Exactly.
something that I want to get into.
Exactly. But Omar, with this long explanation, about to become like you got two Bibles or something, like the 10 Testaments. Cause this man like I got a whole list. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
So are we talking about like asking somebody to change during the relationship, or like if you changed for you or if they changed for them? Like, or are we talking about like we're asking them to change or just them changing?
it would be both. Actually, I'm talking about change in general because like me personally, I see myself always asking the other person to change something about themselves. Like my ex, for instance, we got into it a lot because it was certain things that she would say or do that I don't necessarily like. We'll have conversations about it and everything. We'll come to an agreement, or should I say, I thought we came to an agreement, and
Yeah.
we'll move past it. But I always saw myself as in what everyone else, like, oh, you should accept them who they are, that and that. But I'm like you said, Marcus, like, they look cute, but then I'm with them and everything. What if, she's messy and everything? I'm like, hey, look, you just pick up after yourself. Now I'm 24 and I'm talking to a 24 or 23 or maybe 25-year-old telling them to pick up after themselves. Now at what point do you have to sit up and say, I'm good? Or should like, you know what, you should change it, or should you accept the person who they are
You
and just
realize
keep
why
them?
they were single.
Exactly. like what the fuck? So in that case, to answer your question, it would be any type of change.
Okay, so if y'all don't know, I've been in a relationship for almost 7 years. So I got a lot to say on this subject.
Whoa, before you start,
He's
7
married,
years?
man. Clap it up.
Exactly. I'm
Clap
about
it
to
up.
say that's marriage
a married
right there.
man right there.
7 years. Damn, bro, you made me feel even more old, bro. What the fuck? Go ahead, man.
So to start it off, like we got together in high school, and nobody know what they want to do with themselves in the future in high school. You think you do, and then it's of course gonna change. So like when we got together in high school, I had no idea that I was gonna be with her that long, or if I even want, because I didn't want to get married back then. I really didn't. I didn't know if I was gonna have kids, but we of course stayed together that long, and it's been like a whole thing about because it's hard to like stay in a relationship if you trying to work on yourself and work on both of y'all at the same time. That's like it puts you in a really bad situation. But I mean, if you can get through it, then you can get through it. But it's kind of like two things on both of y'all's shoulders. But I mean, we've definitely changed for each other, and we've definitely asked the other one to change something about themselves. But that I feel like that never really does what you want it to do. So if we broke up early on and I just said like I don't like this about you and blah blah blah, and she doesn't like this about me, then I would go look for somebody who like met those.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I would, and then I would still find something else. And I feel like you gotta come to like a middle. So if the next girl met the standards that I wanted her to have, I feel like I would add something else on, or maybe find something else I don't like and try to have her change that, and then move on from that, and then another girl and do the same thing over and over again. So, I mean, at some point you just gotta kind of accept at least some of the things that they have, because if it's something they don't want to change about themselves, and it's either break up or accept it. I mean, and that's for me too, because we both changed a lot, and it can cause a lot of problems. But if you going about it how you want to change yourself for the other person, then it can work out. But
so, did you have them?
No, I agree with what Mark saying. I think it's a lot to do with the 80-20 rule. And a person, you're pretty much only gonna get 80% of what you want. And a lot of people try to trace that other 20%. And the 20% is what messes you up, because you end up trading in 80 for 20. So you had pretty much all you wanted, and then you're looking for something else and somebody else, and then you keep chasing that, chasing this, chasing that, and you already had your foundation, but you was overlooking it. And then I think a lot of people think they put their happiness within their relationship. Happiness has to be self-sustained. It has to come within. Nobody's responsible for making you happy but you. And that's unfair for you to put that type of pressure on somebody. So I think if you're ready for a relationship and you want to be in a relationship and build with somebody, like Omar said, you kind of got to accept them for who they are. But in the span of, like he said, 7 years in a relationship, of course, a person is naturally going to change. So maybe you choose to change your relationship. If you don't, like he said, maybe y'all should break up. If you do choose together, maybe it's worth having and something fighting for.
So, Omar, you don't have to say, because I know this is more public, but what things have you changed since 7 years? From her, of course not you personally, but from that she asked for you to change.
I mean, I did not want to get married when we first got together. Well, even before we got together, honestly, because I didn't really see a point in marriage. I felt like it was kind of just a piece of paper.
Same.
Because, I mean, if I never thought, like, having a piece of paper and a ring would make me love somebody more, and it doesn't. I feel like a lot of people...
We actually a thing now, because I got this paper now.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is the whole official thing about, like, like to make it official. I'm like, well, did you not love me as much before this? But anyway, so she definitely changed that thought process in my mind. And I don't know, just a few different like views that she was taught from her parents and that I wasn't taught from mine, because we get almost everything from our parents and our environment when we growing up. So her parents are very traditional, and my mom was kind of traditional, but not really. But we kind of gotta come together in the middle with that. But that was one of the big things. I mean, if you don't want to get married to somebody or married at all, then that's a big thing.
So if you never would have changed it, do you think she would have broke up with you?
Yeah, definitely.
Damn.
I mean, cause I think I always wanted to have kids, but of course, kids, I feel like kids is an even bigger thing than marriage if you don't want to have kids.
Yeah, I'm with that one as well. But I don't know. Like, I get you, Marks, with the 80-20, and that probably is true. Like, I probably passed out on a lot of women because of the fact that I was chasing that 20. But to me, it's just a lot of things that I see in the ones that I choose. I can't say for every single girl, every single person, but the ones that I choose, I just feel like some of the things I ask is like bettering them. You know, just like better conversations, actually sitting up here and better themselves. Like, what are you trying to do with your life? You know, I can't accept just no. You know, it comes like that. I'm like, that to me is a turnoff. I'm like, God damn. Especially now that we're in our 20s, it's like, you don't know at this point, what the fuck? You know, at least get a ballpark. I'm not saying like you said, you know, or Omari said it, like you don't know what you're doing in high school and everything. So I understand it might change. And maybe even your 20s or maybe even your 30s, it might change. But at least have a ballpark. At least you know where you're going. So like to me, that's a turnoff. Certain things as in like laziness is a turnoff to me. And like if I'm with you and everything, not even with you, if I'm talking to you and I see that, the thing that comes in my head is those two, as in like, should I sit up and say something or should I go with them? And like I get the whole, we should pass up, but then it goes where, what if that was just a small part, you know, like lazy, and what if they change? You know, like you, Omar, like you said, you changed in 7 years and everything, you changed and you go on for 7 years. Yeah. But whereas if I sit up here and be like, damn, I don't know, I'm out and everything. I accept them for who they are, and I'm gone. That could have been the one I'm with. And like you said, I'm chasing that 20. But if I stay with this person, they don't change. Now I'm miserable for all those years. So,
but I think the objective is you can't get with somebody thinking that you're gonna change them. You have to accept them for what they are. And if they don't what you want at the beginning, I guess in relationships for me, we don't have to agree on. I actually like dating people of my opposites or people that are completely different from me, just because I look at things. If I date somebody similar to me, it's kind of like dating myself, and that shit kind of weird. I'm not that self-absorbed.
So it's the person that his birthday is a holiday.
It is.
Oh my god.
I mean, that sounds good until you date your like polar opposite, which is what I'm doing.
But this is why it's beneficial, because they show you stuff that you never had that other side, and then the other side is, as long as the core common values align, the opposite thing can work. Like if my core common values you don't agree with, okay, like Omar said, getting married, having kids, being communicative, like you said, then we cannot work. But if you just like hot food and I don't like spicy food, okay, it's not that big of a deal.
It's over.
If I'm quiet all the time and you're loud, it's not that big of a deal, because maybe you weren't talking for me or something like that. I don't know. So it's kind of like that always intrigued me.
Yeah.
And I guess if I had a certain type, it would be like a strong woman. Like somebody that's not scared to voice their opinions, somebody that I know just gonna go for the bat for themselves, and maybe even me at times, because sometimes I don't even feel like, I don't talk to a lot of people unless we're really close. Yeah. So if we're not really close, you might think I'm standoffish, I'm shy, but I just don't talk to people I don't mess with. That's just as simple as it is.
But that's a good thing though, because I told my mom this, because me and her now starting to talk more, maybe because I'm growing her, but we're all, majority but we're raised by single moms.
Yeah, all of us. And that was one of the things that I noticed when we was young. It was like, dang, this is kind of
I realized it later. Should I say that we was all like, it was like high school when I realized that. But since then, like I talked to my mom, I was like, look, you're the reason why I can't date like regular females. Like this is the reason why, like I was like, look, my standard in women is because like my standard in women is the same thing with men. Like they need a car, job because of my mom. My mom's like, oh yeah, I take out the trash, I'll do this. She wants me to do it, don't get me wrong. But like, if I'm not here, she would do it. If I'm not here, she would sit up here and do this, she would change the tire, all that stuff. So I don't understand when I, talk to girls and it's like, oh, I don't like getting dirty. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, oh no. Like that's the term, like we're like working at Walmart, lifting boxes. She's like, oh, I ain't lifting the box. You a dude, can you lift this box? I'm like, what the fuck? You can't lift a box? Like it's a box. And like, oh no, I won't break a nail. Oh no, you too weak for me. Like missing with that. So do y'all think, like, by we being raised by single mothers, that y'all like change your core values? I know you in a relationship, but like, say you wasn't, or even before, like, do you think those core values changed because of that?
I think that's completely true. I think for me, like for men, they look at their mother, and that's probably typically the woman that they look for. Yeah. So like I look for a strong, independent woman because that's what my mother is and was. And so then I think for females or women, they look for that father figure. Because I've watched it, seen the other side of it, is if a woman didn't have a strong father figure, then she kind of lost in the sauce, and it's like the mindset is completely different from a woman that had a father in her life or knows of her father, or they have some type of relationship.
Interesting. What about you, Omar?
Well, this is kind of going off on a little tangent, but like when I had a African American studies class, I think it was like women, gender, and religion, and professor was talking about how Black people usually, like a lot of us are raised by, again, single mothers, and then if our fathers are in our life, we still look for like acceptance from them. Yeah. And then like when she brought that up, like she kind of brought up the point that since we're looking for acceptance from them, even though they haven't been in our life that much, we kind of putting our mother down. And then like that, when she brought up the whole subject, like everybody in the class started crying because they realized how true that was. Like I see my father every now and then, I talk to him every now and then, but like I think like in the back of my head, I still want him to like be a part of my life. But this is definitely a part of like how we think of people we want to date. But yeah, I would definitely agree that my mom put stuff in my head to, say what I wanted to date in the girl for.
So would y'all bring, like, because it is also the opposite, because like I was telling my mom before, like there's daddy issues on both sides. There's the daddy issues when it comes to girls, of them getting someone like chasing a father figure in, you know, a dude, right? And it can be the negative way. Whereas in he's the complete opposite of what their father is. That's one way. Then there's the other way, whereas in they were so good to them that they only look for a person in that kind of, like you said, like 80-20 rule. My mom's that way. Whereas she had a grandfather that was, you know, good head, had all these mindsets and everything. And then now every time she looks for a significant other, she's basically looking for a grandfather. Whereas and she's overlooking, you know, the possible 80s and everything like we were talking about before. So do you think that happens? Like I see that in women. I never really heard that in men per se. To whereas and we're sitting up here having a mom and then we're like, you know what? Now I did go to a phase where I like emo girls only because of the fact that they was not my mom. that was it. There was nowhere to like my mom. And like that phase was like 3rd to like 5th grade. And then it came back in college where I literally just had a thing for emo girls, and I was just like, look, they are amazing. I want to date one, because it just wasn't my mom at all. So I guess it was one of me wanting to have. Did you ever have that, whereas I want to date someone that wasn't your mom at all? Like no standard, no. I mean that's no standard, but nowhere near close.
I wouldn't say date. I may hit you, like I wouldn't date somebody, because I think that if I'm dating you, the ultimate goal is probably just to be in a relationship, and if we're in a relationship, then you got to be my mom. So if you kind of weak-minded, my mom gonna sense that out. It's like a shark smelling blood in the water. I already know what it is. So it's like I couldn't bring you home if I knew you couldn't stand on your own. It's very few women that have ever met my mom in life. So it's like maybe I can count on one hand how many people I've met my mom in life. And my mom always used to think like, why ain't you bringing none of these women around me? Why don't you know? Everybody not supposed to meet your mom. That's some real special shit. Like, shit, you meet my mom and I really fuck with
you. That's true. What about you, Omar?
I mean, I don't think it's anything like super obvious, but I think I do or have looked for things that I see in my mom. But I mean, I'm my mom's only child, so it's even more so. But yeah, my mom hasn't met anyone but Ariel.
Damn. Wait, how many relationships have you been? Like serious relationships?
I mean, I started early, so yeah, that was about it.
just what?
That one haunted house thing. That was.
Bro, we're gonna say that for a different podcast, bro.
Raquan don't even want to talk about that.
We don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that. No, it's my birthday, bro. We ain't bringing up memories like that, bro. We didn't even go past. We didn't even hit high school yet.
Dummy mission.
Nah, bro. Nah, because when we talking about that, we're gonna also talk about how you don't pass the ball, my guy. You don't get no assists. No assists.
He's the worst point guard.
I brought the gang.
The worst.
I brought the gang. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Marcus gave
his
me a
girl done set me up with more plays than him. This is my man's for a long time.
Oh my god, bro.
Crazy.
That is crazy. That's wild. But so the next subject, which again, terrible transition. But parents. So what if our parents, like, well, since we're talking about, single mothers and everything, so, and we did briefly talk about fathers. Have y'all fathers ever, or even your mom, when y'all hang out with the other parent, have they ever like asked about the other in relationship wise? Not like, are they okay, are they alive, but like relationship wise, are they seeing anyone? No, yes, maybe.
My mom hasn't. My dad usually stays in a relationship, but they talk. Unless they like didn't talk to each other, they might ask me about each other, but they actually talk to each other. But no, I don't think they've been asking like that. No.
My parents have never asked her, because I don't even think they entertained the idea of ever getting back together. I've never even entertained the idea. I want my parents together. No, I kind of knew where my mom was and then what my dad was on. Full transparency, I got 2 other brothers that was born the same year as me. So I wouldn't want my mother to be with somebody like my father was at the time. So that was just...
When did you realize that, though?
I think I was like maybe 9 years old. Yeah.
Damn. So you never had that, I want my mom and dad to be together?
No, because I always knew that my dad wasn't no good for my mom. My mother was too good of a woman to ever be with him.
Interesting. I was that kid that was like, hey, I think I wrote it down actually. And I wanted them to be together, like so badly.
But I think your dynamic was a lot different, at least from mine. From me just speaking, coming over your house just a few times, but your dad was over here.
Yeah.
My dad never like hung out at the house with me. So like if you kind of see that in your face all the time, it may be a perspective like, dang, maybe they look good together. Yeah. So my dad was never like, him and my mom they be butting heads. Or it could be argument real quick, and it's not like they was arguing over nothing else, but they just if you do to have 3 kids in 1 year.
Yeah.
Ain't really no coming back from that. Like, ain't nothing to really come back from after that.
Oh man, but like I deal with that a lot though, with the what parents asking about the other. Now mostly from my dad and my mom, but my dad, you know, when we hang out, he's like, "So how's your mom doing? You know, is she seeing anybody and everything?" And then I just found out today when, you know, we was hanging out, and then he was just all like, well, the reason why I asked is because she asks me and everything. I get punished and everything when, you know, it was like she asked on Valentine's Day, like, oh, you know, you ain't gonna give me nothing, whatever. He's all like, but don't you got somebody? Like, I'm confused and everything. And like, as a child, I always was in between it and everything. And now that I'm older and it happened again today, and I'm just like, dude, dog, stop. Like, I'm 24. There's 24 years at this point. Just accept that y'all two are not going to be together. They're completely opposite or whatever. Just in the goddamn thing. So, like, do y'all think, like y'all gonna, of course, be parents and everything. Do y'all think that should ever be okay for the other parent to ask the child about the spouse? Like, in any way?
Well, me personally, that'd be my biggest fear if me and my wife or the mother of my child are not together. That's my number one fear.
Same.
I don't care about dying or anything, but if that happened to me, that shit would fuck me up. Because I was on the side of what I knew it was like not having your father around.
Yeah.
So like, I know my dad got multiple kids, but just like, dude, I come home, getting home from school. My dad never taught me how to ride a bike. Never taught me how to play baseball. He'd come to the games here and there, but that's a lot of time that he missed out on. We cool now, we tight, but it was a point in my life I wasn't even talking to my dad. So like for me just to not be in my child's life, that'll hurt me on a whole nother level. I don't care where me and his mom at, like me just not to be doing homework every day, just sitting down, just talk, how was your day?
Yeah.
Not even to have that conversation, that don't even sit right with me.
Interesting. So would you ever ask, you know, your son or daughter or both about, like, what if you're not, I know you said that was your fear,
yeah.
But I guess, you know, become a co-parent like Drake, would you ever, you know, would it ever be okay to ask, you know, your child, how's your mother? In, you know, in relationship wise, not health wise.
I don't know. I don't think so, because that would put me on a child in something that they shouldn't be in. They should be in a child's place. So if I want to figure out what's going on with her, I should be going there, talk directly to her, and find out that information. Because me doing that to my child is kind of like stringing them along and, oh, mommy, daddy gonna get back together. It's gonna be all good, and that's fucked up, man, if it's not gonna be the case.
True.
I would agree. I mean, that's just like putting the child in between the gossip. But yeah, like Marcus said, I've been through it all. Like my dad, I don't even know how many kids my dad has. I think he's having a baby right now. I'm not sure. That's just how bad it is. But like, I was at my mama's house. They divorced, and I used to go over my sister's mother's house with him and my dad, and then they divorced, and then he has a new family wherever he is, and he just keep doing it. So I keep doing it. It's just getting to a point where like, yeah, that definitely is one of my worst fears. And like, when I first thought about it, like I thought about how messed up it is, like when, like if a father filed for full custody, like he'd be looked at like the worst person on earth because the mom doesn't have full custody. That's crazy to me.
That double standard. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially because it usually doesn't even matter if they're like the breadwinner, because it's like it's in the judicial system. Like a judge will, I don't know what percentage it is, but majority of the time give it to the mom just because he's the mom. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. She would have to be on drugs, just doing some crazy wild stuff.
Yeah. Which is that's crazy. Interesting. Thought it was gonna be a little bit more and everything about that, because I honestly thought that was, because that happened a lot in my life, and I just thought everybody else dealt with it, but I guess not. I guess I was the only one. But we're gonna cut a little short because, you know, somebody was late.
We gotta turn up for Ray birthday.
Oh my God, bro! Somebody was late.
Since Ray playing the crazy, gotta turn up for his birthday.
Oh my God!
We about to go get something to eat with them folks. I might slide them back to Pantheon, where I was at enjoying myself, some adult entertainment. So
in a full relationship, sir.
Sir,
Is she okay with that?
I cleared it with the boss.
What?
I cleared it with the boss. Chill on me. I cleared it with the boss.
Oh my god, man. Well, Omari, usually he does the definition of this, but since it's my birthday, I guess I will do the definition. This at the end of it, we like to end it with something called the double bar line. And what that is, at the end of music, you have two lines at the end. There's two black bars, and that's when the music stops. So we like to just give our last little thoughts at the end of the podcast. So you got anything, sir? What's your double bar line for the day? Any advice? Any random shit? Anything you got?
I don't know, I guess as far as the relationship thing, if you feeling like you're in a bad spot with your relationship, then I'd say like give it one more try, because you always think you're on the last try, but then you like in between, like, should we just end this or should we try one more time? But I would say just give it one more time. And then as far as like this whole single mother thing, we obviously have to put a stop to that, you know, because that's detrimental to like black kids.
The family structure.
Yeah, so we have to work on that. That's big.
But how though? That's the question though.
It's the double bar line. You actually.
I know that I didn't know it was rhetorical.
We're gonna need more
It's
time
rhetorical.
for that. It's rhetorical.
Sir, what's your double bar line, man? We
My
do this all
double
the
bar
time.
line of the day is celebrate life. Don't die at Walmart like
Oh
Raekwon
my
planned on
god,
doing. Work hard and then take your time off when it's your birthday. Celebrate your life. Turn up. That should be your most important holiday. March 6th. We about to represent for
Oh my
Raekwon.
God.
You know what I'm saying? You know.
Good job, bro.
So what's your double bar
Oh,
line of the
man.
day, birthday boy?
My double bar line today is shit. This always be the hardest shit for me, but like invest in yourself. You know, I've been like learning that at the end of my 23 years is invest in yourself. Try your best to sit up here and better yourself in some way. You know, either that be with relationships, either that be with business. You know, I'm getting tired of seeing a lot of people sit up here and be like, oh, why this not working, but never actually want the solutions. And they ask a lot of questions, but don't seek the solutions. That's what I'm irritated by a lot of other people. But yeah, invest in yourself. That'd be my double bar line.
Cool. Y'all tuned in to another episode of the Band Bros Podcast. Thank you for your time.